We're at a play party, but we're not playing. What the hell? Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Yoni from elementsofsexuality.com.
And I'm Cathy from the intimacydojo.com. And play parties can be really hard.
Yeah,
It can
definitely.
be hard to figure out how to participate, if you should participate, do you want to participate?
Yeah, and a lot of people need to find their groove. And like everything that we do, it's kind of like a muscle. We have to practice it. And going to one play party and your experience in that play party does not indicate how you're going to be 5, 10, 20 play parties ahead and how you would feel, because you will feel more comfortable in play parties when you know what to expect.
Well, I remember going to my very first play party and seeing a bunch of people that really, they were playing really like in a group and they knew what they were doing, and it was very hot to watch. But my brain went, I should be playing like them if I want to fit in and belong. The thing is, they'd known each other for years. They played together. I knew them. I got to know them later. They knew each other. They'd negotiated all this ahead of time. I showed up. I didn't really know anyone. I didn't have any sexual partners there. And I felt very awkward. And my brain was telling me that I was failing at play parties because I wasn't in the middle of the room in front of everyone having this like amazing sex with all these people. And so I told myself a story. And right. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, it's really easy to get into your own mind and think about, this is not working out. No one is approaching me. No one wants to play with me.
And I'll blame it on, I'm a big woman, and some people don't prefer that, which is fine, but I tend to think, no one wants to play with a big woman.
Right.
Which may or may not be the case.
That's true. And, a lot of larger women get a lot of action.
Yeah.
But in your mind, it's like, it's because of that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily
Or it might be for someone else, it could be I'm bald or too hairy or too skinny or whatever.
Right. And for me, I can say that I come from, because I am cis, hetero, white man, I feel like, am I intimidating to some people?
So we should define cis means born into the gender that you're assigned. Like
yes, my sex correlates with the gender that I portray.
You fit into the gender that they assigned you at birth.
Right.
And hetero means heterosexual. Means
heterosexual. You have sex with the other gender. Where white, pretty self-explanatory, and a man as well. Yeah. So. A lot of people don't know, but being in that demographic is intimidating for many populations.
Well, I think in the Bay Area, if that's where people go, there's a lot of queer and lesbian, and it's not the same as when I lived in Dallas. It was a very different energy.
I'm sure. Yeah, but the same goes to hetero dating. Because you are a man, you could be threatening to women. So at a play party, that the same goes. And generally, when I approach someone, not even in a play party, it feels like I have to remember that just by being me, I bring with me a huge baggage that is not even mine.
But other people may have stories about it or beliefs about it.
Exactly.
Well, just like you did this to indicate men, I know some people who identify as female that they have facial hair. So it's a lot about this. We tell each other stories. We tell stories about other people. That's humans. Humans do that.
Right.
But how much of it is true? Can we step outside the stories we've been telling that we've become accustomed to?
Right.
And say, hey, go up to people we don't know. That's one of my things at a party. Mm-hmm. If I don't know anyone, I rarely play. I tend to be someone who needs to connect differently.
Yeah.
But my goal is to go up to talk to at least 3 people that I've never met before. And it doesn't have to be a sexual thing. It's just like, hey, how are you doing? What are you noticing about the party or whatever it is?
Right. And I think a lot of people forget, it happens to a lot of people that they are so eager about, oh my God, this is a play party. We can have sex with people. Where they forget that there are humans in front of you, and let's get to know them as humans and interact with them, not with the goal of having sex, but with the goal of enjoying time with other people.
I think part of it is our society tends to keep people held back so much that when they're finally, a lot of people when they're released into this place where it's okay, they've been held so suppressed they just kind of burst, like they're like, I've got to have the sex. And I see it a lot when newcomers I can almost always spot, because they have that energy of they're not treating people like, oh, you're a human being. I don't even know if I want to have sex with you, but I want to get to know you a little bit. And then, am I in the mood? Am I connecting with this other person? Versus, oh my God, I must have the sex because I'm at a sex party. I must have the thing.
Right. And the other thing that we actually talk about this a lot in cuddle parties, where people
which are
non-sexual. Thank you for that distinction. People telling you no does not mean anything about you. It could definitely be any a plethora of reasons.
Yeah.
And it could be what you're offering. It could be that person in that moment. It could be that situation. It could be that they really have to pee right now. It could be really so many different things, and you should not take it upon yourself that, oh my God, I'm a failure. No one wants me. Yeah.
And for me, a lot of that depends on how full my tanks are. If I'm feeling really like I'm depleted, I'm tired, I'm hungry, then I'm going to feel the no's harder.
Right.
Than if I've gotten enough rest, I had some meal, I'm there with a friend, because I tend to do much better when I'm with a friend, just a buddy. Then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. I'll find someone else to hang out with. But realize that we all vary in how well we take that, and just try to be compassionate to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my God, we touched on so many subjects in such a short period of time.
Yeah, leave comments below. We'd love to know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Thank you.